And if you're heading outside today, definitely brace yourself for serious wind. Right now, there's a wind advisory in effect for the entire tri-state. And Storm Team 4's Dave Price is here. So, Dave, these wind gusts, they're serious. Going to last all day?
Yeah, all day. That wind advisory in effect until 8 p.m. How strong could the winds be? Upwards of 55 miles per hour. And we've already seen 50-plus readings in places like Newark this morning. And we're looking at significant wind speeds in places like Poughkeepsie and White Plains right now at about 45 miles per hour, and closer to 50 as you head to Scranton. The Gowanus in the background at this point. Slow traffic, quick winds. 33 is what it feels like outside. You can see the shake in the camera from those strong winds on the tower where our camera is based. Feels like it's 28 in White Plains, 25 in Monticello. Through the day today, strong winds continue right through the evening rush, beginning to settle down a little bit later. But we're not going to be done with gusty winds until at least tomorrow. So get used to those whipping winds and the colder than normal conditions once you factor in wind chill. We'll talk about a big warm-up install and great weather in store, I should say, and great weather for the end of the week, all in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Okay, looking forward to it, Dave. Thank you. And it's not just the wind. While we're dealing with that, there are also flood concerns after all that rain this weekend. News 4's Tracie Strahan in Paterson, New Jersey. Rivers are rising there, Tracie, even though it's been dry for a while.
And it certainly is, as Dave's been saying, a hold on to your hat kind of day out here. But we're coming to you, as you can see, from Presidential Boulevard, one of two areas in Paterson that the mayor tells us is still impacted by flooding. Oh, it's that weekend rain that we all endured for hours that's to blame for all of this. All eyes have been on the Passaic River after that. Now, towns that hug the river have been bracing for it to crest, and at last check, the mayor told us it reached the flood stage at a little over 7.5 feet, which leads to minor flooding. Now, still, flood warnings are in effect right now for portions of the Passaic, Saddle, Millstone, and Housatonic rivers all the way through Wednesday morning. Now, the water still seeping into yards and basements and busy intersections. The mayor told us how and at what point emergency responders sprang into action.
On Saturday, we had a series of flash flooding. We also had to rescue 5 people. 5 people were evacuated from their cars. Now, the weather should remain the same. We're thinking it's just going to be windy and no more rain. We are anticipating a little rain later this week. But as far as the next few days are concerned, I think it's going to be relatively dry in Paterson.
We've also seen the impact today's gusty winds are having on the area. It's been pushing barricades over around the crowded streets, and debris is all throughout the floodwaters. As we bring you back live here to Presidential Boulevard, unclear exactly when they're going to try and reopen this to traffic. They do have their hands full because the barricades that they had in place to block drivers, they've been blown over several times today. We're live in Paterson, New Jersey. Tracie Strahan, News 4 New York.